I don't think anyone can create a photo like another person can. I think everyone can bring something super unique to photography, and that's like the best part about it. I think sometimes people think photography is just like you walk up to something and you just take a really good picture of it and boom, it's incredible. But I think there's so much more that goes into it than that. It's about being much more intentional about what you put in front of your camera and then capturing it. Hi, my name is Brittany and I'm a photographer in Los Angeles. Playing with a disposable point-and-shoot camera in my grandma's yard. Look through the lens and like the perspective of things looks so different. I was just having so much fun with that. I think it's my earliest memory of photography. Step 1, find your vision. The vision with my work is capturing brown people as joyful and empowered and with lots of love. I want to see a world where there's lots of like joy and abundance and like love for everyone. So I fill my photos with those things because they're kind of like a wish in a way. Like I want people to see it and like feel that and feel like I can now visually see it. So I know it's like possible too. I grew up in Los Angeles. My family is originally from Mexico and Costa Rica. I'm a third generation Angelino though, so my family's been here for a minute. I cannot speak Spanish sadly, although I wish I could. I've studied it hard in school, but there are other ways I feel really connected to my culture. So much unique fashion has come out of here, from like the long nails and the gold hoops, lip liner, all those like visual elements. You know, people always think of it as like Chola culture or Chicana culture, but LA is the original. And I feel proud of that, and I think it's really had an impact on my work. Our fashion expression is a big part of who we are. I'll see a really cool building as I'm driving, and I'll literally pull over and take photos of it just to take note for future. I'm like, okay, I need to shoot in front of that building someday. Everything inspires me. Put all your ideas for a photo shoot onto paper, start with a mood board, and really come to like what your vision is. I just love Nadine's work in general. I think it's super gorgeous and it really inspires my own. I love how much fashion there is in her work, how she captures more melanated skin tones as well. It's super, super beautiful. And sometimes it feels very like simple, but it always feels like very powerfully soft. And I feel like that's something I try to embody in my work too. Yeah, she's a great artist. Y'all should check her out. Incredible work. Highlighting Black and brown women in images is super important. And I think it's really important that it's done by Black and brown women as well. One photographer in particular that I'm a huge fan of is Talia Goches. And so I have her work up here on my wall. And I love this piece so much. And she's just an incredible artist. And she's also a Chicana from Los Angeles. So I really resonate with her a lot in general. Media doesn't always show diversity of Latinas. It's an extremely diverse culture, like extremely diverse. Oftentimes it only shows one type of Latina, sadly. So in my images, I try to show as much as possible like how diverse the culture is, like all the beautiful melanin skin tones in the culture. So the models and the subjects I choose is very intentional as well. Step 2, find your team. Okay, so over here, we're all a little camera shy. We're used to being very behind the scenes. But yeah, I have my wonderful team here. All together, we're gonna create some beautiful photos. It takes all of us, honestly. So we have our incredible hairstylist here, Alex. We have Lisa, who's gonna be our model. And then we also have Jess, who's gonna be the makeup artist. So you really need teammates who can help you bring that vision to life. As the photographer, you're the director on set. You're bringing all these different elements together and all your different teammates together to fulfill your vision. So yeah, so for makeup, I thought it'd be really cool. I saw this like cool makeup look where she had a bunch of just like pink blush and eyeshadow in the center. It doesn't have to be pink specifically, but I do think it would be really neat to have just a pop of color. I feel like art is such a collaborative process, and having strong teammates who are gonna help you bring it all together is key to success when it comes to photo shoots. Totally like kind of do whatever you're feeling, but I was just thinking something that's like a little more sleek on the top since we're gonna be putting a basket on top. Okay. I find people oftentimes through Instagram, I'll look at other photographers and I'll see who they credited as their makeup artist or their hairstylist. I think you know it's right when There's just like a good vibe when you all work together. You have a lot of fun when you work together. They just totally see what you want to do and you totally understand what they're trying to do too. And having them part of the team made the photos even more amazing than you could have imagined. Step 3, lead the set. If it starts hurting your head and you're like, I need a break, like let me know. But I'm sure too, in between shots, you could probably support it with your hands too. I think communication is really key. Make sure that the talent's feeling comfortable, that they're feeling good, and that you're also communicating to them like what your vision is, like what is it you want to create. So talking a lot, not just like silently taking their photo and hoping they're reading their mind that you want them to turn a little bit to the right. You need to tell them like, hey, can you turn a little bit to the right? And they're like, okay, got you, and they'll do it. You know, so just being like really clear on like what it is you're seeing through your lens that they can't see. Let's have you take a step to your right. Okay, the energy is ethereal, goddess, queen. Yeah, perfect. Ah, you look amazing. I think stepping in front of the camera is such a vulnerable experience. Hold that pose for a second. I'm gonna get a few different options of it. It looks really good. If you want, I actually like that idea, like maybe you're like blocking the sun. Maybe you can support with one hand and then like be ethereal with the other hand. Even if it's not directions, like it could also be words of affirmation. You'd be like, oh my gosh, you're looking amazing. And don't just say it if you don't mean it, like, you know, only say the things you mean. So if you're seeing the photos and you're like, oh my God, like they look breathtaking, say it out loud, let them know. Don't be shy to give the compliment. And then once they see the picture and they're like, oh, dang, I look good. Then they're like, okay. And then you can see them just like really warm up to it and feel good and continue on. I know, that's you! Having fun with all my friends, feeling like we're just playing in the sunshine, making beautiful photos together, and we're laughing and we're having a good time. And at the end of it, you get some incredible images that really move people. That's my favorite part, just keeping it fun from beginning to end. Ah, this is so beautiful. Gorgeous. So my sister is also a photographer, and we discovered it together. Our mom gifted us like a little red point and shoot camera for Christmas. It was a way to play and explore the world around us. So now I just switched to my 70-200 lens, and this is better for getting beauty shots, so I'm gonna get a few beauty shots with this. That ties back to how I got into photography in the first place, playing with a camera with my sister. I try to always keep that element of play when I'm taking photos with people, and remembering like it's such a privilege to have this job, like let's have a good time together and just laugh and play. Gorgeous, last one, and big smile. Last one. Perfect, that was cute. If I wasn't a photographer, it's like a silly answer, I think I'd be like a roller skater or something. I love to roller skate, maybe I would have gone all in with that instead. If you really love it, you'll feel motivated every day to work super hard at it. I think just go for it. I think everything is hard, so choose your kind of hard. So if photography is your passion, like do it, go for it.